We're doing one of my favorite microscope labs today, and it is not in biology. One of my pet peeves is that we tend to only get out microscopes during our cells unit. There's lots of other times where you can use microscopes outside of cells if you teach biology, but also outside of biology as a whole. Right now in earth science, we're talking about the rock cycle and igneous rocks, and why do some igneous rocks have crystals? Why are they huge in some igneous rocks and other times the crystals are small? So today I'm going to show you one of my favorite labs to do to demonstrate this concept. You're going to need to order a chemical called phenyl salicylate, or salal, sometimes it's commonly called. I have not seen it on Amazon, but you can order it from science suppliers. I ordered this sample from Home Science Tools. It's 30 grams, and it has lasted me years, and it's still way more than halfway full. So you do not need a lot. You're going to need a hot plate or some type of warm water bath, some microscope slides, and obviously compound microscopes. You're going to want some of the microscope slides to be on I leave them hanging off the edge of the hot plate so they're warm, and you're going to want other microscope slides to be in the fridge. First thing you're going to do is you're going to take some of this, and it at room temperature is in crystal powdered form, and I am going to put it into a test tube in my warm water bath, and you'll see I already had a little bit in there, that it at pretty low temperatures will turn into a liquid. So I'm gonna let that warm up a little bit. Once you have your salal in a liquid form, then you can give students a drop on the warm microscope slides. And here's a great tip. These can be reused class after class. So after they've been crystallized, just take it back from students, pop it back on the hot plate, and it'll remelt. So you really don't need very much of the chemical at all. So you're gonna hand this to students, and you're going to put it under their microscope. When they first look through, obviously they're not going to see anything because it's just wet and clear right now. But then after a few minutes, it will start to cool and form crystals in real time. If it's taking a really long time and students have been waiting and waiting and waiting and it's not starting, a little tip is that you can kind of like seed the reaction with a little bit of powder and just kind of tap it on the edge. And then it will get that reaction started a lot faster. So you can see here that it's starting to form crystals, and then when you look through the microscope, this is what students will see. For the cold, it literally starts crystallizing as soon as they're going to get back to their seat, and they're going to have to get it focused pretty quickly. But they can pay attention to the difference in the size of the crystals compared to the warm and the cold, the speed of the crystals, and then there's some questions that they're going to answer when they're done with their drawings. If you want a copy of the lab worksheet I used for this activity, check the link below, and don't forget to hit subscribe.